He's so immobile that you're guaranteed to land your Winter Spire, your Chill Winds, your second Winter Spire, and your Valkyrie stun are all going to land on this weapon power sword because he's standing in the middle of the fight, spun up. So not the best pick unless they decide to go Crystal Power. But the Rona, that means it's a lane Rona against the Saw. It's going to be tough, especially early on before Rona gets that red mist. But late game, Renegades could have this.
It will be tough for them, but just jumping into these fights, Renegades are going to have a lot of damage, and really as long as they take out the Saw, they get the man advantage early on. However, in response to that, Elite 8 have gone for the dual pickup, and there's a fair bit of CC there. They have a rocket leap into that of the Merciless Pursuit. There's also the silence to mention with the blast tremor coming out from Catherine, but I feel like it is, as I mentioned before, that as long as the side of Renegades take that Saw out of the fight early on, they've won it from there. They have the sustain needed to continue fighting afterwards.
Now, the real question is they going to go double weapon power, Crystal Saw, Crystal Jewel, or double Crystal Power? I would expect double weapon in most weeks, but honestly, I have no idea what they're going to go for. I think if I had to say, I'd say it's going to be a lane Crystal Sword, a jungle weapon duel. But honestly, they could do anything really here.
I guess if it's a CP Saw, then the Suppressing Fire going to be able to provide a lot more damage, especially against that of a Rhyme and Rona, who will be walking around, and as long as you keep them at range, will be fine. But Rona has Into the Fray to get on top of you and can really just get past that whole Suppressing Fire right up into your face, where especially after you've used the Suppressing Fire, you're going to be slow anyway, and maybe won't work out so well. I think Renegades, I just like the comp. Rhyme, Rona, and Bavad, and it's a triple melee, a bruiser comp, and I'm not sure if the duel was the right answer into that, especially not the Saw. The Saw, although I mentioned it, I said, oh, you know, I'm thinking of a Vox or a Saw pickup coming along here. They went for the Saw, and now I'm starting to worry.
I still think it can work. There's a very big asterisk on that. But the Arden is just going to, if only had the Cage Fighter skin, but it's not released yet, and no one's allowed to use skins in this game, just in case it causes some problems. But I think Arden's going to use that Gauntlet as an engage, and just to trap as many people inside as he can. Because the more people in an enclosed space, the better it is for Rhyme, the better it is for Rona, and then they're going to block out the Gauntlet, you echo that, trap everyone inside the Gauntlet once again, and then it should be reasonably easy in these late game team fights for Rona and Rhyme to kill everyone, unless there is a Crucible well-timed and reflex blocks that are well-timed to get out these gauntlets.
Yeah, and we will see as we go into that match. But I think I really just like Renegades. They have a good engage comp, and I can, when I'm trying to picture these team fights, how they're going to go, it is no matter whether it's the CP or weapon power Saw, I see them generally ending up in favor of Renegades. With that, they have a very strong mid-game engage. Once the level 6s come online, you've got that, the Valkyrie, you've got the Gauntlet, and Rona's just going to be able to use the Red Mist to sustain herself once she's in the fight. But let's see what the first item pickups are as we load into the fold.
Well, you never quite know with the Saw. Saws quite often go with the Weapon Blade Crystal Power. We are now loading into the Halcyon Fold for the first game. Let us know which team you think is going to win. Is it going to be Renegades, or is it going to be the CP Jewel on Elite 8? We might even see a double Crystal comp in all honesty, and this is lane pressure. What is this rotation from Elite 8? It's something I've never seen before. No idea how it's going to work. And also, Renegades going, okay, we're just going to go into your... Hello?
Hello.
I thought you might have disconnected.
I thought I disconnected as well. I was just waiting to see if you would continue talking. Right now, it looks like Elite 8 have disconnected, if anything. Official Hide, will we going back? I am so confused by Elite 8 right now. Unless this is some next level bait strats, I really don't know what to say about this, as their whole jungle just got cleared. There's going to be the pause. We're probably going to get a reset.
Yeah, that is different to a rotation that we were all expecting. I guess maybe they were expecting Tezzaboy to try and farm the lane by himself, in which case they were going to run and gank him. But I don't really know what was going on. Yeah, they let their entire jungle get cleared out. And I don't know if Catherine was out. I think everyone was out of vision range, so it was a risky play from Renegades to go into the enemy jungle not knowing where anyone was. But it's an odd place for everyone to AFK because they were all out of vision range. They were all hiding in bushes, so you can't really tell. And pause has come through. Hopefully the connection issues will be resumed. And this Crystal Power duel, how is this going to work out, our Crystal duel?
Well, I agree that it's a decent pick for that of the damage you get on the rocket leap if you're able to land it. And considering that the enemy won't be focusing you a lot of the time, and they will be such as Rhyme, he has to cast his Winter Spires, will be still for that moment. And for Rona, will be kind of slow as long as she's using a Red Mist. I think it's a very good tool, especially when having to focus on the CC and utilizing that as much as you can for the side of Elite 8. So I think the CP dual pickup is a good one. You will be lacking that damage in your overall, just in your melee basic attacks, but hopefully Renagades, if they're going to go for this weapon power sword, can make up for that lack of damage. My only worry is that I stated in the draft is whether that sword just gets erased out of the fight early on. We are going to actually go back into this match. It isn't going to be a reset, so Renegades will benefit from that early clear of the enemy jungle.
Yeah, Renagades now trying to push this wave up. He's probably going to go weapon source. They're going to have a very nice power spike in this early game. But Jewel being caught out, official high once again, seeing if he can do something up in lane. Nice stun by Anime Save Me. And Renagades just farming up the wave.
I wonder if Renegades somehow, during the pause time, knew about this strategy from Elite 8 as they try and be up in the lane, or just kind of guessing that the fact that they had already cleared the enemy jungle would that Jewel would be there. But Renagades getting jumped on will probably go down for the first blood, but popping his boots and running away, gets away for now. I would not suppressing fire right in front of SNK because he will win out the fight early on. This is 2.9.1 Arden, and he is not afraid of you. He's going to take that first blood. Meanwhile, Chingy takes all the farm away from official Hein. I'm so confused what Elite 8 are even trying to do.
I don't get what official Hein is doing on this duel. I'm doing my best to analyze it, but honestly, nothing is coming to mind. He's not ganking lane.
There's one thing coming to mind. Okay, there's two things. It's either lag or the side of Elite 8 are just throwing, which would be very bad sports, and I hope that isn't the case. I hope it is connectivity issues. But running right up into that lane bush and then just standing there, Renegades aren't going to take the kill just yet, but
Rona gets it with the splash damage.
We'll get that. So I'm really unsure what to say yet as to what is going on by the side of Elite 8, whether it's just connectivity or is a bit of BM thinking that they can't beat Renegades. I thought we talked about this prior, that why I hope it isn't BM is because Elite 8 still have a lot to prove winning here. If they win against Renegades this weekend, then it really shows a lot as they move into Worlds to other teams that might be watching them.
Yeah, apparently we're finding out that official Hein is having unresolvable connectivity issues, so he's just gonna stand in the bush, and this match is gonna go on as basically a 2 versus 3, and so it's all on Renagades on this weapon power saw. I've seen Saws be able to do with him before. Shingy's level 6, 3 minutes in.
Okay, well, Shingy having just a field day in the enemy jungle, taking it all for himself and going back to his own, doing whatever he wants. Meanwhile, Elite 8, I'm not too sure what to say about this match. It's
a shame.
It's possible to pass. It's a bit of a shame that Renegades are going to be able to take a early point. Official Hein might be back now. No, they go back to there.
He just wanted a little stun. He just wanted one stun
in the bush.
Hey guys, we're just gonna sit in the bush. We're just gonna wait. No need to fight. Let me wait for my rocket leap cooldown. And I'm not quite sure. He's back and he's gone. His connectivity must be so frustrating. He really wants to do stuff, but he's just unable to. And Jaeger's trying to 1 versus 1. Tezza Boy, Rhyme is farming better than almost anyone. Tezza Boy's just about out CSing him, but Shingy taking all of this jungle.
Yep, Chingy definitely getting very far ahead because of this, has gone for early journey boots, knowing that, well, they don't really need damage. I may as well get across the fold as fast as I can so I can clear more within the time I have.
He has got the best CS in the game. Shingy has farmed better than his laner.
Well, with that, it really is a bit of a shame, to say the least. We see Chingy manages to take down Anime Save Me, and they've yet to put any damage onto this tier 1 turret, but that's about to change as Chingy making the rotation up to lane, and they're really going to focus this early objective. SNK might fall to that of the turret, but no, he's going to have enough health to stay alive from that, and I think it's very much a cause to the passive that is provided Julia's gift, and he's going to have that bit extra healing. I can't remember the percentages, something like 1.7 or 1.5, and now
I think
recently
it's 1.5.
it's down to like 0.7.
Yeah, I think it was 1.2, maybe down to 0.7, or I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's pretty significant, especially up against tick damage that something like an early game weapon sword will do. So I'm very good against that, and now Shingy not wanting to shot, but thinking that boots, obviously journey boots to get around the map is very important. And Anime Save Me has not been able to pick up a Fountain, whereas SNK already with Fountain and Crucible. I'd say it's going quite well for Renegades, but actually I've seen bigger gold leads 6 minutes in.
Yes, we have indeed. So even the Renegades in a 2v3 situation, or they're in a 3v2 situation to say, because they have the man advantage here, it really could be a bigger gold lead in their favor. You can see Hun Jaegers going down to the jungle, trying to take some of that farm as the lane does get pushed up, but it looks like Tezaboy jumping in without fear. There's going to be the Vanguard to keep him alive, but knowing he has to back out because the turret doing a fair amount of damage starting to stack up, and I'm not sure. It looks like Anime Save Me might have also given up on this match, and it could just be a 3v1. And it's been a long time since we've actually had to cast a 3v2. So coming into this, it really is surprising. I mean, we'd like to see fair and even matches. I think in my history of casting 3v2s, there's been like one 3v2 where the team of two won out the match. It might have been in challenges, though.
Yeah, I think I have seen one challenger battles where that has happened. But when you're up against the best team in SEA, I've got a feeling that it's going to be on Renegades. And look at Sword just get bursted. Shingy has actually built incredibly smartly. He's in a 3 versus 2, so he knows, okay, Jules not going to do anything. They've only got a weapon Saw. Let me rush Journey Boots and Atlas, because I don't need damage. I just need to not let this Saw kill me. So it looks like Renegades trying to push for the win. This is probably going to be quite simple for them. I suppose if Elite 8 are in a team house, then if one person's Wi-Fi goes down, so does somebody else's. Anime Save Me may be away, but how Saw is trying to do the 1 versus 3. Saws sometimes think they can do this anyway, so it's not too different for a solo queue Saw.
Not too different indeed, but when you're slightly behind, you only have that Sorrow Blade against the Rona, who already has Serpent's Mask and Breaking Point, will be able to out-trade with you, even if you are fully stacked up. There's going to be the Valkyrie into the Gauntlet, into the Chillblinds, into the Fray, into Death. And that's 8-0. They're keeping a kill per minute at least, but they don't have the damage to burst down.
They don't have the minions.
If they want to, they're going to have to wait for these minions to come up. And I'm sure that even this, at what looks like they'll be finishing about 9 minutes, or 9 minutes something in, is still not the shortest game we've seen in the VGA.
That is true. I think we didn't have a sub 9-minute game before, but the Vein Crystal has shattered, so Renegades take the first series. Draft was pretty much not a factor in this game. The solo queue Saw wasn't quite good enough at 1 versus 3, so maybe he'll try and buy some more defense items, and maybe ping that we need vision, and then the 1v3 Saw will be able to do a bit more work. But yeah, it's a shame.